Hi, this is Bill, and you are on Finest Travel Beat with Angela and Bill. Today we're going to take you to Cozumel, Mexico, and a visit we made to one of our favorite fun places to go in Mexico, Mr. Sanchos. We'll show you a little bit around the port area, how to get to Mr. Sanchos, some footage from inside Mr. Sanchos, and also we'll tell you who it's for and who it might not be for. So stick around and we hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Again, thank you for watching. You may have caught at the beginning of this video that the ship we got off of was the Carnival Ecstasy. This was actually the final sailing of the Carnival Ecstasy, and it was scrapped immediately after this cruise. You can catch, if you want to see, we have some videos up on the Carnival Ecstasy, also on our channel. The final sailing, it was a pretty bittersweet moment. We figured we'd walk through the duty-free shop and talk to you a little bit about the port and how to get to Mrs. Sanchos. As you can see, they pretty much spell out the danger of smoking on their duty-free cigarettes, but I digress. As we walk through the duty-free shop, the thing I'll caution you about is know your prices. Some of the items are really reasonable. Some of them are not. Some of the alcohol you can get actually cheaper at Sam's Club. But again, I digress. Now, for those who haven't been to Cozumel, there are 3 piers at Cozumel that various ships dock at. This is the Carnival Pier. Princess of the Carnival Lines dock at this. It's the Puerto Maya, and it's the furthest south of the 3 cruise ports. The other ones are Punta Langosta and the International Pier. Now, even before you get on or off the ship, the first thing you're going to want to do is make a reservation with Mrs. Sanchos for the date. There are often 8 ships in port at Cozumel, and it can get pretty crowded pretty quickly, and they do sell out. So we usually just book right through Mr. Sanchos' website, not using a tour operator or anything. Make a reservation in advance. Usually you can make the reservation and pay later. But again, it does sell out, so I would definitely make that reservation as soon as possible.
Backs down in front of the doggy, please.
Thank you.
Just got to say this. They actually have narcotic sniffing dogs, making sure people don't smuggle drugs into Mexico. Kind of interesting. All right, now before I get a lot of comments, I do know that they are actually dogs that make sure that you're not bringing agricultural products into Mexico that could have a adverse effect on the local wildlife and plant life. Now again, make sure you make your reservation. I believe it's about $70 per person in advance. It's less for children, depending on their age. But again, it does sell out. Now, also getting there, we usually just take a taxi. The taxis in Cozumel are extremely safe. No issues whatsoever. There will be boards right outside the taxi stand that will have the cost of the taxi fare, depending on your destination. Make sure you look at that board. It is based on the number of people. I believe it's different rates between 4 people and more than 4 people. And then also what we like to do is, before we get in, we tell them where we're going and confirm the price. That way there's no confusion when you get there. This is a good practice any place you travel to. As you can see, we are passing one of the senior frogs. There's senior frogs pretty much everywhere near a cruise port. And we like to personally thank Senior Frogs because thanks to them, we get so many great pier runner videos because they always seem to be coming from Senior Frogs. The taxi ride to Mrs. Sanchos is pretty good. It takes about 10 minutes. Never had an issue getting a cab going there or a cab coming back. It's pretty popular. And again, we feel very comfortable doing this and have never had a problem with returning to the ship. Now, when you arrive, as you can see there, you'll see a couple of ladies that you'll pay them. They'll give you your wristband depending on which you have purchased. And then there will be a waiter that he will escort you to a table. One of the things we really like about Mrs. Sanchos is they give you a table by the water. And that's your table for the day. You don't have to fight for it. You'll have a table. They brought us over food right away and drinks. Yes, I had Caribbean fries, which are basically potato wedges. First thing in the morning, they were absolutely out of this world and delicious. Now, the food here was absolutely out of this world. Angela really enjoyed the coconut shrimp. The tortillas were fresh. Some of the best tortillas I've ever had in my life. They will keep bringing you food as much as you want. You can. The waiters were great. You'll see him at the end of the video. And also, there's an area up here you can eat if you want to get out of the sun a little bit. There's a nice big palapa. Nice and cool. The fans do a really great job. There's a bar up there as well. Again, food is fantastic. Food also at Paradise Beach Club. We'll probably do a video on that separately. The food there is also equally as good. And I guess that brings us to the time for the shameless plug. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a like. If you like this type of content, consider subscribing. We have a ton of videos up on cruise ships, all-inclusive resorts. We plan on doing a lot more on excursions and destinations. Subscribing is free and it really helps the channel out. So please, again, thumbs up and subscribe if you are so inclined. We appreciate it. Now, a little bit about Mrs. Sanchos. It is a party atmosphere. If you're looking for something a little bit quieter, you may be happier at Paradise Beach Club, which is definitely a little bit more laid back. They have great music going on, but it is, depending on where you are, by the pools, there's a quieter section of pools as well. That isn't as loud, but there is a DJ. The music can be kind of loud up by the main bar, and then, as you can see, a swim-up pool there, which is, if you know, the swim-up pool is always the warmest pool in any resort. But again, and there's our waiter. You'll hear from him in a little bit. Prices are up a little bit from when this was filmed, but again, that just includes so much that we think it's a great value for what it is. All-inclusive drinks as well. The drinks are really good. I was drinking, I think today, Tecate Light. Always, I couldn't go to the bathroom walking past the bar without them shouting out, Mr. William, another Tecate. They know what you drink right away. The service is absolutely fantastic. Better service than you're going to get anywhere in the United States, quite frankly. They work their asses off, and they really do work hard to make sure you have a great time. So we really enjoy Mexico in general. One other thing to note is that the beaches in Cozumel are not the greatest beaches in the world. They tend to be a little rocky, sometimes a little rough, not terrible. But you'll definitely want to bring water shoes with you because when you're walking out to the beach, it can get, like I said, a little bit rocky. And as you can see from our walkthrough here, there's plenty of shopping opportunities. This pool over here tends to be a little bit quieter than the main swim-up bar. You can also get massages here, and also they have the tanks where they have the fish. You put your feet in the fish tank, and it eats the dead skin off your feet, and there is no way I would do that. If you have, let us know in the comments below and how it worked out for you. But here, let me talk to our waiter for a little bit right here and introduce him to you all. This is my friend William here. He took amazing care of us here at Mrs. Sanchos. We can't thank you enough. The service absolutely been amazing. You, Valentine, and Chris took care of us at the bar as well. We'll hopefully see them.
See you in the next time.
Yes, 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Can we ask for you?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll ask you when we come in. Take care of our whole family. Definitely take care of your bartenders and waiters. Generally, we will tip them a little bit when we first get there, and then we'll take care of them at the end, depending on the service. The service is always fantastic, so they do pretty well. For shopping, most of the places take credit cards, but bring a little bit of cash with you, and everybody in Cozumel pretty much takes US dollars. Just make sure you're aware of the exchange rate in some places, but this really caters towards cruise ship passengers and Americans, so that wasn't an issue at all. Now, all good things must come to an end, and that brings us to getting back to your ship. We generally will, if the all-aboard time is 4:30, we generally like to be back to the ship by about 3:30, about an hour ahead of time. So by probably about 5 minutes to 3, we'll start looking for a taxi. Just to avoid the crowd. If we look around and we start seeing a lot of people leave, or if it looks like it's going to be a downpour soon, if there's going to be a downpour soon, get to the taxi stand on the earlier side. That way you don't get stuck in a huge line with everybody exiting at the same time. Again, before we give you our final thoughts, we'd just like to ask you to hit the like button if you're getting value out of this video, and consider subscribing. We have a lot of content up on the channel already and a lot more planned. So, Mrs. Sanchos, we will go back there almost every time we go to Cozumel. Great place, very fun. The drinks were flowing, the food was fantastic, the service was absolutely phenomenal. The vibe is a lot of fun. It's a big party place. If you've been to Mrs. Sanchos, let us know in the comments below your thoughts. Now, Mrs. Sanchos, who it's not for, is if you're looking for a quiet place to relax on the beach and maybe read a book and just very chill vibe. You'd probably be a little happier at Paradise Beach Club, and there'll be a video up within the next couple of weeks on Paradise Beach Club. But other than that, we really enjoyed Mrs. Sanchos. It's a different vibe than Paradise Beach Club, but again, we loved it, and we'll go back there very shortly the next time we're in Mexico. Well, on behalf of Angela, we'd like to thank you again for watching the video. Appreciate your time and, as always, your support. And we will see you on our next adventure. Bye-bye, everybody.